What's up guys, Max here. So some pretty interesting stuff has happened with Injustice related news over the past week. Game sold over 400,000 units on its initial month release, which is pretty good, and it's awesome to see a fighting game do very well. I made another vid, I think about a week and a half ago, talking about the first DLC list of characters that came out, which was General Zod, potentially Scorpion, Batgirl, and Lobo, and so far Batgirl and Lobo have proved to be true. There was this other thing that recently happened where Ed Boon asked everyone on the internet to take a survey of what characters they might like to see show up in Injustice. Now the survey's already passed and you can't vote anymore, but the characters that were included on this survey were potentially Blue Beetle, Swamp Thing, Red Hood, Power Girl, Zatanna, and Dr. Fate. I know what a lot of you guys would immediately be asking at this point, and it's kind of like, where the hell is Martian Manhunter? But don't worry about it, Ed already made an announcement saying that he didn't want to include Martian Manhunter in this poll because he knows there's already a resounding amount of people that want him in the game, and if he added that character, he would kind of cannibalize the poll because he would eat up all the votes. But what's interesting is that Ed already came out and was making another announcement that a couple of characters seem to be doing very well on this poll, and those two specific characters are Red Hood and Zatanna, so there might be a pretty good chance you'll see these characters in the game. However, there has been some other news that recently dropped of information and data actually hidden within the code of the game that somebody got into, and this information was very similar that led to the discovery of the original 4 DLC characters that were revealed. It was actually the same person that went on a forum and found 4 other character codes that he was asking help for about what they could possibly be. Now these character codes ended up being very small pieces of information. There was only initials, which was MM, RH, PG, and SZ. Now, if you look back at some of the DC characters, a lot of the other folks in the forum were like, well, these resemble some things we already probably know would be. MM is most likely Martian Manhunter, RH is probably Red Hood, PG is very likely Power Girl, and SZ was sitting around everyone's mind for a while, but then they compared it to the first one with Scorpion, and there's a very high probability that SZ is Sub-Zero. So there's a potential that the 2 mainstay Mortal Kombat characters that are the most popular of any of them in the entire series might actually make it into Injustice. So, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think this information has any validity? It's coming from the same guy that had that really concrete info that has seemed to be true so far. And I wouldn't be surprised. Martian Manhunter was already confirmed by Ed Boon to not be on a tier poll because he knows so much people want them. Probably because he's already in the game, you know what I mean? And also the other characters like Power Girl, I think, has been a very prominent character that a lot of people have been focusing on and asking for. And Red Hood seems to have a lot of backing as well, so it's kind of making sense that these 4 are a very, 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 very high probability of being in the game and that this information is probably true. If you guys want to check out this entire thread, I'll put it in the description below so you can find evaluate the findings that this guy had. I think his name is NB Oliver 10,000, and he was the one that actually discovered this and the previous information that led to the first DLC pack. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If this is some new information that you didn't know about, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. But as always, stay tuned. As soon as more information is available, I'll be back for another breakdown, and I'd like to give a final shout out to Dejan, who gave me a tip on this story. But until then, my name is Max, and I'll see you guys next time.